Okay.
This way. Grayson, this way. Oh, baby. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Grayson. Shit. The elves came.
And there's cookie houses.
Oh my goodness, there are.
Apples
Oh,
came.
elves came.
Elf.
Look, elves came.
Elves.
Immediately eats donuts.
What?
Look, Saggy.
Donut.
Look at the elves brought you breakfast. There are cinnamon buns coming.
Okay. I thought this was breakfast.
Oranges.
Eating oranges. That's a breakfast of champions right there. I see that nose. You get out of there. All the elves' healthiest foods.
Mm-hmm. Those are
He keeps eating stale marshmallows.
The completed cinnamon buns. So saucy? Saucy's wrong. Icing-y?
They are saucy.
Saucy.
They put cream in them to bake. And then
Oh, the baby's biting an orange. Or trying to.
I know.
Okay.
I'm allowing it. It keeps them away from the cinnamon bun.
How are these kids?
This is my first cinnamon bun. I'm so...
And hopefully it's guilt-free because you're not going to have
I'm
a...
not gonna have any
attack.
issues. I'm just having a little one, but still.
Oh no.
Oops.
Could you stop?
Great, I just heard something rumbling in the tree. I don't know. I heard something like rustling on the other side of the tree. Hey Google, stop.
Here?
Something, I just heard something weird in the tree.
Mine's filming.
Awesome.
Is there anything over there?
Yeah, finger.
No, it's not.
Wait. Really?
Is there anything different over here?
This fell.
Why are you filming it?
Is there anything different over here, Grayson?
That fell.
Is there anything different over here, Grayson?
Oh my god! Where'd this come from? Where'd this come from? Where'd this come
That must be the baby elf they said was coming.
Wait, what?
The elf said that a new elf for Zeffy was coming.
Elf.
That's a scary
Since
little
when?
elf.
What?
In the Christmas note.
Give me.
Oh,
No.
it's scary. Look at
Don't call it scary.
it. Soft.
No.
Is it cute?
No.
It's so cute.
No.
How do you make your muscle like that, Mom? From all the way over here.
What do you mean?
Look at that. You weren't over here.
I wasn't. Yeah, I know. Christmas magic. I don't know what you're talking about. I dropped the tea bag in there. Hey you guys, I thought we would sit down and chat because I don't actually have a lot of space this month for like just sitting down and connecting a little bit. With all the videos I put out in December, the like what I got my kids for Christmas and all those fun videos, they take up a lot of space through the weeks. So, okay, I'm gonna try and film this while the baby is asleep and Zag is upstairs with Em just goofing around, so I don't know how loud it's gonna be. We had our North Pole breakfast yesterday. That was actually yesterday. I kind of forgot, like I'm not really used to filming day to day. It is harder for me to film when we're together as a family, like all of us, because I think I just turn my brain off when Cody's home. It's like that weird thing where I'm solo parenting without him for most of the week, and then he gets home and we all just go, whoa, and we like melt. And I totally do that, and I forget to film sometimes. So we're just like vegging on the couch, or I don't know, just doing things. Like we went and did deliveries yesterday for the apothecary, and we delivered Christmas boxes and went out for coffee and just sat in the car and chatted and caught up from the week, and it was really, really lovely. But yesterday was the North Pole breakfast and we had so much fun. I love that tradition so much. I think it's going to be one of those things, like all of these, I've been reflecting a little bit because I have older kids, and you know, some kids leave at 18. I don't think any of mine will, but if they do, like, that's not that far off for us now. It's only, 4 years away for Mackenzie. So I think she will live at home longer than that. But I think it's going to be one of those things that, like all of our Christmas traditions, that we will just do forever, even when the kids are adults. Like, we think it's a hilarious idea, like the whole family. This is an interesting part about having big age gaps in your family and a lot of kids. You're a younger kid, like, it's such a different experience because I raised 2 and then had this big gap, and then we have 2 more. Raising the first set, even though I'm still raising them, like the young years with the first 2 were so different to the young years with these 2, like, for so many reasons. This is not what I wanted to launch into, but him crying for a second and not coming down reminded me, because my older 2 would be like instantly they get hurt and it's instantly mom, I need mom. With these 2, because they have so many people to love and that love them, like, it's almost like there's like so many options for them. They get hurt, they're happy to go to their brother, they're happy to go to their big sister and get a kiss and a cuddle. Like, my older kids would never, because it was just mom, and it's a different dynamic. And it's very interesting because you hear about this from other parents with like lots of kids or big age gaps or, big families, and you don't really experience all these little bits of it until later. It's actually, maybe I'll have to talk about that one day, because it's like, it's something that I'm struggling with, but I have struggled. I guess struggle is a strong word for it, but like, it has been an adjustment to not be needed to the degree I was the first 2 times. And it's not that my older kids are like taking on too much responsibility or anything. It's allowing them all to exist together. It's allowing the big siblings to be big siblings and to be able to dote on the little ones a little bit. And just that dynamic that naturally happens in a family that is bigger, like, it's been an adjustment for me. It's different. It's very different than what I was used to before. And I can't take what I was used to before into what our family is now. So it's been really, really cool and very like reflective. Anyway, okay, so North Pole breakfast. Anyway, Cody and I think we're gonna be the kind of family, and like we've talked about this with the big kids too, that we're just like all gonna gather together at Christmas time, even when everybody's adults and has their own families, and we're gonna be like piling on into the car and going to go see Santa and get our photo with Santa still, because we just think it's so funny. And I feel like it's the same thing with the North Pole breakfast. I'll probably move it to like Christmas Eve, and when all of my kids are here after they've grown up, when they all come back home for Christmas, we'll do a big silly elfy North Pole breakfast still. Like, these traditions that we're doing now, I think, are still gonna stick with us, and then my kids will do them, and they will add their own twists because they'll be adding on to their partners, like their partners' traditions will add into their families, and it's just such a beautiful thing when you think about it like that. Anyway, we had a really lovely North Pole breakfast. We kept it simple. We always keep it simple. I've seen some really elaborate North Pole breakfasts, and although I'm like, wow, that looks awesome, I'm not there yet. I don't know if I ever will be. I don't know if I want to go that far, if I'm being honest, but lots of fun. We never baked Rice Krispie, or we never made Rice Krispie treats, so we'll probably do that this afternoon. Zeg is at the age where he's like, oh, this is so fun, and he's understanding what's going on, and he's having so much fun. Like, he came down and was like, oh my gosh, and the entire time he was eating all these treats, he just kept like taking little nibbles of all the treats, and he was so happy, and he was like, well, thanks mom, thanks dad. It was so cute. So we had a lot of fun doing that, and I'm glad that we keep it kind of simple to the way we do, where it's just whatever, put some stuff out, made some cinnamon buns, because post-surgery it was easy to do, but also the normalcy that we're back into already with the Christmas season post-surgery makes it really nice for me, I think, if that makes sense. I did want to kind of segue into a little bit of an update, because I posted that I had surgery, and if you haven't seen that video, definitely go watch that. It was I posted it on like just the end of November, but I am a week in a couple days post-op now, and I just wanted to give you guys an update and tell you how I'm doing, because I'm not on Instagram for the time being. Yeah, I'm in general feeling really, really good. Like, I'm doing so well. I have to take it really easy. There's a lot of limitations because I had laparoscopic surgery. So I have like 5 small incisions in my abdomen, and it's hard because like it's nice, but because of the small incisions and the technology to do a smaller, less invasive surgery, it's still major abdominal surgery. And even the surgeon sat me down and was like, you're gonna heal on the outside quite quickly, but please remember that like we went through all of these layers and we removed an organ, and please take it easy because it's still major surgery. So that is a little bit of a mental game to like, I'm not pushing it too far or anything. I'm being very, very, very good. You guys know how I am with postpartum rest and stuff. I'm taking that and applying it to my post-surgery. But it's a little bit different because you're supposed to be walking a lot and like getting up and circulating your blood and moving your body. But it is a bit challenging to be like, okay, I feel great because I was so sick before and now I feel so good that it's really hard to remind myself. Almost I have to continuously remind myself like, slow down, Rainbow, you can't do what you did before. I don't want any post-surgery complications, so I'm trying to be very, very gentle. The weight requirement thing, I have a lifting limit, and that is the hardest part. I have a post-op appointment this week, so I will find out how long I have to have this lifting limit for, and then I meet with my surgeon later in the month. And then if my post-op can't tell me, then I'll find out when I meet with my surgeon. But I could be under the lifting restrictions for like 12 weeks, which is tough because right now I'm not allowed to lift anything heavier than my baby, and my baby is even technically too heavy, and so I'm not allowed to like lift over 10 pounds. And then they're allowing me to like do what I need to do to lift the baby, but I'm supposed to be very careful and like move in certain ways and not carry him for long periods of time. I can't baby wear right now or anything like that, which is really hard. That is the biggest struggle for me right now, is just like not vacuuming and no vigorous cleaning. Like, when can I scrub bathrooms? When can I mop the floor? That's what I would like to know. And I'm not rushing it because I know I need to heal, but I'm just like, it's hard for a busy mom with 4 kids to be in this period of rest that is different than a postpartum. But I do not want any hernias or anything like that, so I'm taking it very slow and gentle. And the only other thing is like, I have no post-op symptoms or anything. I have no pain anymore, which is just incredible to say, because now that I'm in no pain, I realized how much pain I was in all the time, if that makes sense. Like, I got diagnosed in February when I was 22 weeks pregnant, like formally diagnosed with gallbladder problems, but it made me realize that I had been having issues with my gallbladder and my liver for way longer than that. And I have a very high pain tolerance, and I've been accustomed to a certain level of pain now. I also had dental work like last week. I know it was very, very close to my surgery, but I had no choice. My surgery was emergency, and this appointment was emergency, and I couldn't get in for almost 2 months to the dentist. And while I was waiting, I had a cavity. Like, this is so segue and TMI, whatever, nobody cares. I basically had this cavity that was like going into like behind where another filling had been in the past, and it popped it broke off some of my tooth. Like, the filling like came out, and so I was left with this big hole in my tooth. So anyway, that's fixed now. Thank you, dentist. And so now I'm in like I'm just so neutral. Like, I can't wait to feel what I'm gonna feel like in 3 months when I'm like really healed and can do yoga again and Pilates and can like get strong again and feel what my body feels like then. You know what I mean? That's been the biggest blessing. Like, I feel so good. I'm still, it's hard when people are like, how are you? I'm so good. Like, I can't even express how good I am. Some people were like, oh, this surgery is really hard, and I'm sure for some people it can be, but I think when you've experienced childbirth multiple times, and you know, it's just, you kind of compare everything to that. And then I have been in pain for so long, and I was having such horrible attacks that this is nothing. This has got this is so easy comparatively. So yeah, I feel really, really good, and I'm just like healing. I'm just sitting in my little Christmas bubble and healing and feeling wonderful, and I'm just so grateful nothing. I think this is part of why I mentioned that I took a step back from Instagram. I just need a softer landing pad right now, and Instagram's kind of in your face, and I don't want that right now. YouTube is gentle. It's like an easy platform to share on. I just like, I don't want to sound dramatic or anything, but I am a very sentimental person, and this was my first surgery. These were my first surgeries, and I've never gone through anything like that before, and it was a bit of an unorthodox gallbladder removal process because it was an emergency, but it was like a prolonged emergency, and I was in hospital for a week, and it was like drawn out and weird. I've always been very reflective and very empathetic and very like sentimental about life, but having an experience where I was away from my children and I was very sick and my health was in serious danger and I had to have surgeries and all of that, like, it puts things into perspective like nothing else. And I'm so grateful to have my health and to be here and to be with my 4 kids and to be able to care for them and to have everything we have. And I could go on, but I would start crying. The amount of gratitude I have is insane. And the perspective I have of like how different that could have been is really humbling. And I'm just like, I just want this to be just this cozy little season, and I'm not taking anything for granted, and I'm just really like soaking in the time with my kids and my loved ones. So yeah, that's why I'm kind of just taking a beat. I don't know, again, I don't want to bore anybody. I could talk about the Instagram thing for a long time. I've been wrestling with it for like probably 2 years, and this is just the perfect opportunity to just walk away from it right now, and I just don't know if I want to go back. I don't know. I like it. It's not what it used to be, and I don't know if it's necessary anymore. There's a lot I don't like on there. I don't know. We'll see. I'm gonna do Vlogmas because I like hanging out with you guys, and I'll see if this feels like enough to share. You know? I wish people read blogs. That would solve a lot of my problems. I would just do YouTube and like post on my blog once in a while. I do have one, but I don't think people read blogs really. Okay, anyway, I was gonna tell you about this Christmas tea that you guys saw me make. It's so yummy. I got it at Sobeys. I think you can find it in most grocery stores. It's literally called Christmas tea. There was like a gingerbread. I'm gonna go back and get some other ones to try because I love black tea. I know some people are like exclusively herbal. Obviously, as a herbalist and a tea maker, I love all teas. I love a good black tea with like cream and honey. So good. Yum. And this is like Christmassy. Tell me if you're drinking anything festive, what it is, where you got it from, why it's your favorite. I should be drinking one of my own made tea blends. I always forget to do that. I make things for other people. I have 4 Christmas teas right now, and I forget to like consume them regularly for myself and like indulge in my own products almost, which is silly, but it's something I do. I don't know, if you're a maker, let me know if you do this too. It's like everything is saved for other people. It's weird. Anyway, I just wanted to kind of come on and update you guys and chat for a minute because I am really trying to commit myself to Vlogmas. It's kind of like a personal challenge. I want to try and post every day of December, except for the 24th, 25th, and 26th. I take those days off always. And then I post a like Christmas vlog after I film, but I don't post during that period. But then I usually continue filming after Christmas to make up for it. So I am like, I'm not promising anything because I have 4 children. I'm post-surgery, got a lot going on. I'm gonna do my best, you know, and running a business through all of this as well. But a personal challenge, I just want to try and post every day, keep it really casual, and get back into this like connected way of filming where I don't care what you guys see. I don't want it to be polished. I don't care like if you guys see something that like I just want to get back to that YouTube stage where if I posted something and you heard something in the background, I'm not like worried about it. Oh my god, what if somebody judges me for like hearing that? I don't care. Judge me harder. What if, like, whatever, I don't care. And I want to get back to that, and this is great practice for me. So anyway, okay, I'm gonna stop rambling at you because I think I've been talking to you guys for, let me see, a hot minute, truly. Yes, my goodness. this is an 18-minute raw clip. So tell me what you're doing to stay cozy this month. What are you feeling this pull? Is this kind of a universal, is this in the air? Like obviously I had surgery and that's affecting things, but like, do you feel this need to kind of draw inwards and kind of cozy down at the end of the year? And are you feeling kind of this need to like detach and go into your bubble? If you are, what are you doing to keep yourself feeling lovely in that little bubble? What are you doing to create space for yourself and make that happen in your life? What are you reading? What are you drinking? What are you staying cozy with? Are you a cocoa person? Are you just drinking coffee with special creamers? Are you drinking holiday teas, apple ciders? What are you doing? I want to know. I love when you share with me, because I also love when you guys go and read each other's comments and comment on each other's stuff, and then we all have wonderful ideas to amplify all of our cozy seasons, which is really the goal here. Okay, this should be the last vlog with the crappy audio. I'm sorry, Cody. I used to have a mic on my tripod, and it doesn't go with my new tripod. I can't put it on here. So Cody, I think, is gonna glue my mic to my tripod, and we're just gonna do that. And so I think we're gonna do that tonight. And so from now on, we should have much better audio. I apologize for the crappy audio from since I got this tripod. But anyway, okay. I love you guys. Cheers. Merry freaking Christmas. I'm happy you're here with me. Bye.